Alright, next up on the chopping block, I want to get this drain started, bolt it up, and drill out the front of the pan for this to go in. So first thing I'm going to do is I just RTV these things now. I hate using the stupid Teflon tape. So we just take this guy, poke this Jones, pull a booger out. Shit gets in your hands and it's in there for fucking 3 days. So backed up, reevaluate. That's a quality piece, boys. Put this drain shit in there. See if I can do this. Reach around the camera. I got my nice little shit combination here. See if I can start these fucking bolts without dropping them all over the floor. Oh yeah, a little compressor bolt down here too. Sometimes you gotta throw those away too. Shit. Probably gonna have to go. Well, like I described, I was having issues fitting this guy. I didn't pay attention when I bought it. And it's a little bit short. That's why I couldn't get the bolts in. So I just loosened up the turbo, spun it right around. There's the feed, there's the drain. Here's the easy way to do it. Like I said, no sense beating yourself up. And then this shows a good angle here. Sometimes the compressor bolt is right where you want to put your outlet. So this might screw me too. So I'm gonna probably not put this bolt back in. That's fine. Sometimes we leave one or two out because these turbos are so physically small, and the center cartridge is where you run into issues with fitting these. You know, this will just smash right up against the bolt. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut the edges out of this aluminum guy here and screw it right in. A little bit of cutting. Do that once a day, twice a day if I'm lucky. You know it's gonna be hot. You fucking know it. It's gonna be cold. Shit. All right. I think I showed in that clip just a second ago, but I goofed on that, so I trimmed the edges. Yeah, I did show that because I just showed myself burning myself. I'll try to get one started. These are short. They're a pain in the ass. You know what screws into these 9 times out of 10? LS bolts. Like timing cover and shit. Oh, look at that. If you slot the edges, you can just bloop. Yeah, timing cover bolt, oil pan bolt. If you're ever in a bind, they'll screw right into these turbos. Yeah, the gasket's a little bit off too. Let me check this other gasket I have. This other gasket's I was a dummy when I bought this, and it was like a T25 turbo, not a T4. But I bought so many of them, I didn't even. Yeah, look at the. I'm a jackass. This one will fit. So this is gonna go this way. So this is gonna go down. This is gonna go that way, because when we turn the turbo around, yep, I'm just gonna do that 10 times. This is kind of an install trick now. When you go bloop. Oh wow, that's really. Just the ribs on that. Yep, as soon as I get these threads going on this side, gasket's being a... And then I'll slip and fucking drop this bolt down into the subframe. And then I can jam the hose on here. Yeah, there's no way that bolt's gonna go in there. I was just explaining, most of the times when you clock one of these on 3s, I'd say 99% of the time, I point it in the direction where I want, it's dead on top of a bolt, and I can never... Or here's what sucks, is you don't realize that. You bolt it on from underneath, the bolt holds it away. It feels tight. and it's got a 1/4 inch gap. The oil just rolls out all over the place. That makes your day. I'll certainly make your day. It looks pretty centered. Good enough for me. Yeah, it's like right up against that. You'd never be able to put that bolt in. That's why I said these turbos are cool because the footprint's so small, but you are screwed if that bolt's there. I don't know how many times they would leak. That's why I think people sometimes are like, yeah, my Chinese turbo sucks. I think they do that shit and they don't realize it. Try that up. It was actually too easy to do. I'll try to put the barb in the back so it's out of the way. Yeah, it goes, man, a Parker push lock, you're gonna kill yourself doing that, so that's why I was so prepared. When we go to put it in a push lock fitting, it's gonna be like, we're gonna have to heat gun it and shit, smash it into the floor. I guess we'll cut it to wherever it's easy to reach.
Yeah, but it's different.
All right, I got 1/4 inch push lock and a 90-degree fitting that's gonna go on the turbo. And usually with the 1/4, and since the weather's hot as hell, this will stretch right over. Sometimes you actually, in the winter, I notice when I'm building a car, this is hard as hell. I actually have to heat gun it or put it in front of my space heater to a point, and I have to use my welding gloves to jam it on, but yep, this will go on. Look at that. Mint. Everyone always asks, like, how do you get that stuff? Buy this junk shit, cut it with a razor blade, jam the fitting on. And this is just a 4AN thingamabobber here, so usually that's 1/2 inch or 9/16, I'll put a 1/2 inch on it, see what happens. It ain't 1/2 inch. I got a 13 over here. It ain't that.
15.
14 or 15 or whatever. These like this. I always buy the, oh, the 15 is pretty good. Yeah, that's permanent. We're done. And then this should be long enough. This does. It goes down to like the oil pan. So when I get my feed fitting, I'll finish that. But that's it for that. I'm just going to drill out the pan then and do the 2-piece drain. And that'll be nice too. It comes out right here in the front. All right, hopefully we get this difficult angle here on some nice video, but here's my drain hose and I want to drill a hole in my pan, screw it right in and jam this push lock on, and by default it'll bend out of the way, but I'll probably throw a zip tie around the rad support fan here to hold it, but just the stiffness of it alone will keep it out of the way of the balancer. So usually what I do is, you know, I got a Christmas tree here. It's roughly the size of this 1/2 inch end with 5/8 barb. So we're gonna do our best. Normally I just try to eyeball all this. I'm gonna put a Sharpie down through here and try to center it. And just, this aluminum's so soft you can just mow this Christmas tree bit straight into the pan. I mean, I've done it a million times. You don't even need to pre-drill. You just rock this guy right in there. No problem. Here's a Skinny McGee. Oh man, look at that. Pro tip. All right. So where, I want to make sure we can still draw 8 lines I don't want first. Straight in on here. So you go on speed 1, you slip all over the place and bump the fucking camera and everything. Oh, it's walking down like a piece of shit. Well, gonna have to pre-drill now. screwed on that one. Luckily I started paying attention. So it would have been, of course if you talk about something it happens. But I think I was leaning up against my balancer here and shoving it down. Now I'm in a pickle. Now let's go over an important tip. You should pre-drill. I was just watching those Doug Bernard's videos. That stereo guy that's building the Subaru. And he has like a $1,500 Macintosh head unit that's 10 years old. And all he does is bitch about people that don't bench test stuff. He installs like this beautiful dash and all this custom cut shit. Never tests it. Wires something wrong and has like a mild freak out. And he says, here I am telling everybody to pre-do it, and I don't pre-do it. Look what happens. Same situation. Shitty angle. Every now and then I do a 3/8 drain, and I drill it, and my 3/8 thing like falls in. I get a little overzealous. It becomes a 1/2 inch drain. So this time I only have a 1/2 inch fitting, so it's going right to 1/2 inch. So I got to do it right. Another neat trick is I put the tap on. I put a fucking socket on it. Alright, now we got the turbo feed. Just waiting for that. I mean, I could take off the block off plate and drill it and tap it, put this guy on right now, but I bought the piece already, so might as well wait. And then underneath here, that's where I put the drain right into the front, and then pro tip, I pulled this cardboard over, so when I drilled everything, it showered into the cardboard and not all over my floor. And I just moved the cardboard out of the way, and there goes all the clippings. But I think that's it for now. I think that's all I have. So we'll go from there. Put all these clips together, see how they come out.